Good morning, it's Bank Holiday Monday, the 29th of August 2016. Welcome to this morning's United Kingdom Talk. Well, further information, boys and girls, further information on the soca hose that I told you about yesterday that I'd purchased, not for £30, it was actually £20, so a little bit better, especially when I tell you that it's now in the bin. It is just so much hassle trying to install a 50-metre soca hose onto the ground. It just curls and it twists. And I thought, I'm going to get really, really upset with this soca hose. And I thought, you know what? Get rid of the problem. I gathered it up and chucked it in the bin. Thank you. Goodbye, problem. I can't be mucking around with stuff like that. Oh, it did annoy me, dear. It really did. I wish I'd filmed it for you now, and you would have saw how annoyed I was getting. It's kinking and twisting and knotting itself. It's supposed to be easy to install. It's not like a normal hose, is it? Why can't they have made it like a normal hose, which once it's once it's warmed up, a normal hose is like quite pliable, isn't it? You can kind of get it into straight bits and like that's not too bad. This one, I actually left it out in the sun for a while yesterday, and it was still as stiff as it was when it came off the road. So, soca hose gone, now in the bin. Thank you very much. Blooming waste of time that was, honestly. So we had the karaoke last night in Sydenham. I thought we were in for a disastrous night last night. Do you remember I told you I wasn't expecting it to be that busy because it was a bank holiday? But my God, at 8 o'clock, at 8:30, 9 o'clock, no one's coming tonight. It was awful. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. And then suddenly they all appeared, all apologising for their lateness. All apologising. One of the first lot to arrive, though, who were allowed to be late because they were coming all the way from Brighton, was Brian and his crew from Brighton. They'd got a little minibus, and they all came up from Brighton, and there was Brian. He was like the bloke in charge. There was Stephen, who's his son, and as soon as Stephen walked in, I said, "That's your dad, isn't it?" And he said, "Yeah." I knew. Do you know someone? The facial, you know straight away whether someone is someone's child. So Brian and Stephen. There was Sue and Lisa. One of those two was driving the little minibus. And there was some others as well. They're the ones I can't remember. I remember. And Dave the cleaner, who's a lovely chap. And they were all dressed so nice. They really were. They'd all put on their best rags and looking good. And I think it was either Sue or Lisa. One of them had a little sparkly jacket on. And I did say to her, if she turned around slowly, she could become a mirror ball. She could become a mirror ball turning around on the stage with little lights flashing away at her. That would look very nice, I reckon. Yes, and very good singers from there as well. So lovely to see you all come down. I don't know if any of you watch this little show, but really nice for you to come down or come up to London. And I'm glad you had a nice night there. All right, my darlings. Adam the plumber was there as well last night, assisting me with my speakers. Now, do you remember I said to you, I'm going to try putting the speakers on the floor? Well, I did it last night. And do you know what? They sound better on the floor than they do on the poles. Yes, one of the hardest things setting up for a night is getting the speakers on the top of the poles. It's heavy work. You've got to literally grab the speakers and lift them onto the pole. And that's like that. Well, I put them on the floor. They sound better on the floor than they do on the poles. Isn't that the weirdest thing? Certainly the bass sounds fantastic. So that's what I'm going to do in future. I'm not going to bother taking around these heavy poles anymore. I should just stick them on straight on the floor and listening to them sound better than they usually do. Yep. This morning, a minor accident this morning. At the moment, I've got to give my cat antibiotics, Katie the cat, because when they removed the claw from her little foot from her pad underneath there, it left a little bit of a open wound. So I've got about, I think another 2 or 3 days of antibiotics to give her. And they're capsules. They're not little round pills. They're kind of long capsules. And they're a bit of a job to get them in her little mouth. What you have to do is get her head like that. And then with one hand, you have to put her finger in her mouth. And then put the pill and she goes like that. Now and again, she spits it out again. I thought, oh, not again. But you can kind of get it in, but you do tend to get your finger bit. And she drew blood. She drew blood the other day, dear. Yes, it was blood oozing. It was oozing, guys. Oozing. And is anyone getting oozes at the moment want to tell me about? It was oozing out of my finger. Poor little Katie, but I got it in there this morning. So, cat bit finger this morning. Yes. Let's have a look. Bank holiday Monday, of course, today. It's the last bank holiday until Boxing Day. God, hasn't that gone quick this year? Going out anywhere tonight? I know some of my mates who do DJing, they're like working till 4, 5, 6 in the morning at the weekends. Me, all done at 12. Thank you very much. All done at 12. In bed at like 1 o'clock, 1:15, something like that. Very happy. I would not. I used to do that. I used to work till 4, 5 in the morning, DJ. I just could not do that now. I'd be like that. It's a young thing, isn't it? You can't do that. Once you've done it, and that's it. Lovely to see. I've seen only about the first 45 minutes of the extra long Casualty on Saturday night this week. And there I was watching it, and who appears in it? That Pat Butcher from EastEnders. Wonderful, wonderful actress. I can't think of her proper name. I've only got a character name from EastEnders. Pat Butcher from EastEnders with an Irish accent. How weird is that? So that was nice to see her. It's looking a very, very good episode, and they've done it like a film where there's like background music and that sort of thing in it. Very, very impressed with the latest Casualty. I haven't yet seen Are You Being Served or Porridge from yesterday, so I can't comment on that yet. However, I have seen a little article in the Daily Mail who have slated them both. So I don't know. I've still got that to watch yet, and I shall report back to you. Did you see it? The new Are You Being Served? I'm free, Mr. Humphries. Are you free? Yes, and all that business. Have you seen it yet? Perhaps you saw it. You want to comment at the bottom of this show, or perhaps send an email in. Chris@UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. Chris@UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. I had a lovely bit of chocolate fudge cake from the governor of the Golden Lion in Sydenham, Gary, last night. Oh, it was delicious. Chocolate. Not only chocolate, but they'd warmed it up and put cream on, which is disastrous for my weight, which, once again, I'm sad to say to you, boys and girls, my weight is increasing again. I don't understand it. I haven't started eating bread, but I tell you what I have started doing, very naughtily. Eating a bag of tangy cheese Doritos on the way home. In some strange way, in my sad, pathetic mind, thinking that, okay, it's okay if you don't have crisps. Well, they're exactly the same thing. The only thing is they don't look or taste like crisps, do they? They've got the crunch, but that's about all. And I think in my mind, it's trying to tell me, well, these aren't crisps, so these are okay. But they're not. They're not. So I've got to get out of that blooming habit. And besides, it's costing me £3 a night. £3. Oh, it's only £3. Times that by 4 nights a week. 3, 6, 9, 12. Times that by 4 weeks in a month. 12, 24, 36, 48. So £48 a month. £48 a month on a bag of Doritos and a cup of tea from the BP garage. Do you want me to go further? That's 48, that's 40, that's 4, 5, £600 a year. Absolutely ridiculous. That is 2 holidays to Ibiza for my nephew. Or where is it he went? Ayia Napa, my nephew. I could send him on holiday just by giving up tea and Doritos. Good night. He's doing really well. My nephew, Jimmy, he does car body repairs. You know, the sort of thing. You know, when you've had a bit of a dent or a scratch, he fixes that. And he's very good at it. Very good at it. In fact, but where he works at the moment, he's got a little bit fed up there, I think, because he's done his apprenticeship and all that, and he's still getting I don't know what they are. He still gets what he calls the crap jobs. Now, I don't know what is a crap job and what is not a crap job. I mean, to me, a dent or a scratch is a scratch. So I don't know what he means by that, but obviously, perhaps you will do. Maybe you fix cars, or you know someone who fixes cars, so you know what I mean. If you're in the car body, what is a crap job and what is a good job? So, but he says he's keep getting the crap jobs, so he wants to set up on his own now. And he's so far, I think he's trying to get a loan, so he's got to. I think he's trying to get a loan, so he's got to be approved for that. and is also trying to get a unit. You know, so the loan will buy the equipment to go in the unit, and then he can set up a business on his own and start fixing cars. He's already been in contact, apparently, with a Porsche garage, who say they would be happy to give him all the work, because apparently I do believe Porsche have offered him a job fixing their cars. He's that good, my nephew Jimmy Butler. How fantastic is that? So I don't know how that will work. You see, if you know, I think he turned down the job at Porsche. However, he's kind of got them to, once it's set up, bring their cars to him to be fixed, which is probably the better way to do it, I suppose. It's not necessarily the safest way, is it? Because, you know, if he was to go and work for a company, in this case Porsche, then you've got a job. That's it, you've got a job. You just turn up, do your job, go home. Whereas if you've got your own business, you could probably make an awful lot more money. An awful lot more money. But there's always that little thing, oh, is anything going to come in today? You know what I mean? But then again, it's I suppose it's getting your name around, isn't it? The longer you do that sort of thing, the better the reputation. It's all about reputation. And once the word gets around, the work should flood in, although it would take, I suppose, a fair amount of time for that to happen. So I'm really, really pleased for him and how he's doing. My niece Tracy, she's, at the moment, she's just signed a lease on a little shop. So she's got her own hairdressers now. Isn't that fantastic? It's all going very well. It's all going very, very well for everyone. Thank you. Now, let's have a look. Well, I was going to tell you some more about this test card girl, wasn't it? The test card girl. There she is. There's our little test card girl. That's what she looks like today. Here's what she looked like when she was a little girl. Okay, I mentioned this yesterday. And here's what she looks like today. Anyone remember the test card? Young people may never have seen the test card, but it used to be on the telly whenever there wasn't anything on, if you see what I mean. Anyway, it goes on. Shown on the screen every night after programming ended, back when TV wasn't on 24 hours a day. This is in the magazine Stylist, which Johnny Keys sent in for me. 8-year-old. She was 8 years old when she had that picture taken. Isn't she pretty little thing she is. 8-year-old Carol Hersey became the most aired face in British TV history after she was chosen to appear on Test Card F by her BBC engineer dad, George. Carol told The Telegraph in 2009, so I think that picture there is 2009, I think that's when that was taken, okay? When we did it, no one thought it would last for more than a few years. It's been on the telly, her picture's been on the telly more than 70,000 hours between 1967 and 1998. The card was used to test colour signals and grey scales, you know, the grey bits on there. If the borderlines were blurred, it was time to adjust your set, you see. That's the reason it was on there. It's been reported that BBC executives wanted a child in the picture, so that if skin tones look different, it couldn't be attributed to makeup trends. You know when they do it, because they put inches of makeup, dear, inches and inches of makeup, dear me. But as you can see, I am very natural skin tones here. Yes. If skin tones look different on screen. But while George initially brought both his daughters to the photo shoot, Carol's younger sister, Gillian, wasn't chosen for the final image because she'd recently lost two of her teeth. Two of her teeth had disappeared. But what a shame. Missed out by 2 teeth. Gutted. Carol was paid £100 for the shot, which I suppose in 1967 was an awful lot of money, I would guess. £100, it would have been a lot of money then, which saw her pose with her toy clown Bubbles. Now 57 and a costume designer, Carol still owns Bubbles. So there's Bubbles the clown. Look at that. I wonder if she'd ever sell that. She'd get an absolute fortune for that, wouldn't she? Bubbles the clown. Oh, yes. I like the sound of that. Now, here's the thing. You remember this business, we've already had it in the news some time now. And I've just picked this up now from Johnny Key's little news stories. So this is a couple of weeks old. But the mayor of Cannes in southern France, as you know, has banned the fully body swimsuits known as burkinis from the beach, citing public order concerns. David said they are a symbol of Islamic extremism and might start scuffles, as France is the target of Islamic attacks. France is on high alert following a series of incidents, including July's truck attack in nearby Nice. Anyone caught flouting the new rule could face a fine of €38, which is about 33 quid. So that's the ruling there. So that's the story. But I wonder, is there anything else that you think should be banned from the beaches of France or indeed anywhere else? You know, quite honestly, these blokes, dear, who walk around, they're about, you know, about my age, and about my weight, or even fatter than me. And that is saying something. You know, to be even fatter than this tyre that is hanging around me. And they're on this beach in these bloody Speedos. What do they look like? Or in swimming pools. It's the same in swimming pools. Same in swimming pools. Cycling shorts. Overweight men in cycling shorts. Why do you do it? You look awful. I wish I could wear Speedos or tight cycling shorts, but we don't because I look awful in them. Why do they do it, ladies? And then, you know, they come out of the beach or the swimming pool and then they trot past these ladies thinking that it looks fantastic. Please, lads, come on. Have a bit of pride in yourself. Get some loose-fitting shorts at least. Even if you're overweight, okay? Loose-fitting shorts. When I say overweight, I'm not talking... You know what I mean. I'm not talking a few pounds, dear. Those shorts actually don't look too bad. You know, even, you know, if you've got the right size, even if you're overweight, it doesn't look too bad at all. It's when they squeeze into these, what the Australians call budgie smugglers. Budgie smugglers. Please don't wear those Speedos. Anything else you don't want people to wear on the beach? Put a little message under here and I'll read it out. Or send an I've got hiccups. Send an email in, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Here's something really stupid. Dopey drug crook caught out by cash snap on phone. Look at this. Look at this idiot. A career criminal has been jailed for more than 4 years for running an industrial-scale drugs operation after a picture of him counting a bundle of cash was found on his phone. I mean, how stupid can he be? Actually, he's quite good looking. He's very good. Oh, yes, please. Wouldn't say no to that, would you, girls? Look at that. The mobile phone also contained images of rooms packed with cannabis plants. They look like tomato plants, don't they? Look. Look a bit like tomato plants, cannabis plants, don't they? I used to have loads of... When I was a child, we didn't have a garden. We had a balcony in Roehampton. And I had the whole balcony was covered in tomato plants and cucumber plants. My mum was ever so pleased. Hundreds of tomatoes I used to grow there in pots. The mobile phone also contained images of rooms packed with cannabis plants. The 29-year-old was jailed for 4 years and 6 months after admitting cultivation of cannabis. Police said he ran cannabis farms at 5 addresses across Coventry. Well, I used to work up there, which could have netted him £400,000 a year. Gosh. 400. Do you? What? How does that? Do you? Do they have to do something to the plant first? There they are. Look, there's the plant there. Or do you like just? Do they grow flowers? I don't know really. I don't know how that works. Is there any more on this? No. So there's a picture of the lad. I think I'd like to visit him actually. But the photo. I mean, how stupid can you take a picture of yourself counting money? Honestly, put it under the mattress or somewhere like that. But how do they sell it then? Do they just cut it? Someone will know this. So, if you want to send this secretly to me and I will not reveal your name, when you grow these cannabis plant things and it's time to sell them, what do you just like literally snip off leaves and sell them like that? Is that how it works? Or do you have to do something to them? Do let us know. I'm very interested to find that out. Thank you very much. That's how I've managed to carry on doing my DJing and karaoke all these years. Never did anything like that, did I? No, dear. Okay, it's birthday time, boys and girls. Let's do today's birthday. Ah, look who it is. It's Peregrine. Peregrine's birthday today. 44 today. You've been very quiet recently, Peregrine. You came onto my Facebook and you kept talking and making, and then you disappeared, dear. Are you still alive? Hello? Are you still with us, Peregrine? In the United States of America. 44 today. Happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday to Krafft Lee. Krafft Lee. Have you got that the right way round? Right way round. Isn't it Kraft cheese, dear? Top drag queen, Wilma Fingerdoo. Why haven't I seen you for ages? Happy birthday, darling. You're hiding your age. Oh, you naughty girl. Happy birthday to Phill Stybar, who used to be a customer at the Black Cap. He's a nice lad. He loves the Eurovision Song Contest. Ba, 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 ba. Actually, Phil, I'm trying at the moment to get lots of karaoke Eurovision stuff. And I'm not being successful. Of course, I've got the Save Your Kisses for Me, the Making Your Mind Up, the Love Shine a Light. I've got those ones. But, you know, perhaps some of the foreign ones that have won over the years. There's a couple of particular ones I'm looking for, actually. Go, Scott Fitzgerald. Do you remember that? Go before you break my heart once more. And that one. And I'm looking for Hallelujah. Da da da. And a bonnie bay. And diggy loo, diggy lay, life is going my way. They're the particular ones I'm after, as well as many more. So I don't know if you know of any Eurovision karaoke, and it must be CDGs. Not MP4s, CDGs. That's what I'm after. Karaoke Eurovision albums. Don't know if you know any of those, darling. If you could let us know. Thank you, Phil. Happy birthday. And happy birthday today to Jeree Anderson. How are you, dear? Very, very quiet, Jerry. Haven't heard from you for ages. Let's sing. Blah, blah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, lovely people. Happy birthday to you. Hope you have a nice time on your birthday. All right, I shall disappear now. I'm going to walk today up to the swimming pool. It's the first time I've walked such a long distance since I hurt my back about a week and a half ago now. So fingers crossed, I think that'll be all right. I think I'll be all right. So I'll walk up to the swimming pool, have a swim, and then come back for lunch. And prepare for tonight's karaoke. It's Monday night, boys and girls. It's bank holiday Monday night. But we still have the cheap drinks. Even though it's a bank holiday, the cheap drinks carry on, boys and girls. Come along for cheap drinks and karaoke tonight and every Monday at Central Station in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross in London. It's not far away at all from the King's Cross train station. And that starts at 8 o'clock and finishes at 11:30. So karaoke tonight and every Monday with cheap drinks at Central Station, Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Starts at 8 o'clock and finishes at 11:30. Apart from that, enjoy your Monday. See you soon. Bye-bye.